Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Wednesday, October 31st, Halloween, 10:50 p.m. Mountain Time 2018. You're looking at the GFS model through November 10th, and it looks snowy. It's boom time. Put on your seatbelts, kids. It's about to get real in here. First snow on Mount Spokane, 2 inches at Schweitzer, and that looks amazing. Look at the pictures. Holy macaroni. It's a winter wonderland and is just Halloween. In Idaho, Schweitzer Mountain Resort had 2 inches of snow this morning. And Sean Marius, the resort director of marketing, took this shot. Wow, Sean, you're the bomb. And that's a boom. A Sean boom bomb. Welcome to the update, kids. It's going to be a ride. Hopefully it'll download. Blankets of snow covers Colorado. Halloween bringing travel delays and accidents. Say it ain't snow. Ow! Giant snowflakes thump as thunder snow roars. Holy sh! A heavy layer of snow covering areas of Colorado on Wednesday, October 31st. Boo! Halloween. Many woke up on Halloween morning to find their yards covered. Not in a blanket of, it was snow. Global warming whiteness. Goodness unfathomable. Following unseasonable warmth on Monday. Temperatures plummeted across the region Tuesday, which allowed for it to snow and people to drive like idiots, as we see here clearly. Yes. Colorado State Patrol Troop 4C said it was a close call for this driver in Vail Pass. Whew, kiss my... Whew, I can't even say that. I don't even know what that video is, so we're not going to really watch it. 5 inches of snow in Colorado Springs. That can mean but one thing. It must be Halloween. Yes. Take a look. Weed trimmer, or weed sprimmer. Elk playing. Let it snow in Silverthorne, and this is just not going to work for us. Cold, snowy start to the day, according to Casey Thompson. Nah, that's not going to work. I know, you bear with me. Snow falling in New Mexico. Wow. What did the ancients know? Well, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, snow came down overnight in southern New Mex with more than expected today. Yes. KOB's Patrick Hayes headed to Raton to check out the wintry weather. East of Albuquerque, snow began to fall in the early morning hours with some accumulation starting in Cedillo Hill and east of Edgewood. Yes, that is snow in the desert. Click here for more updates. All these links are below. That's how we do it. If you don't know where that is, ask someone because you're missing out on the information. 2018-2019 winter outlook for DC. The climate guy, that's his hometown. Snowier winter for the region. Winter is nearly on the doorstep of DC Fox 5. And they crunched the numbers, so you will know. And it's going to be a chilly one. After 2 years with less than 10 inches, boom! Ow! How can you put these numbers here? There is 90 inches in Elkins. What the fuck? That's 90 inches more than none. Al. Al. I don't think he's here anymore. 48 to 60. Look at these numbers. Even by the coast, 8 to 18 predicted. Washington going to see up to 28 inches. Extend these up. Yeah. Up into the, way up. That's going to make it chilly for a while. Tampa Bay area company. Wait a minute. Is this Florida? Florida's first snow park. Ow! I bet you he's a fucking CEO of this company. These sons of bitches. Now, in Pasco County, Florida, imagine snow tubing. Yeah. It's not crazy, says Jacob Yunt, who apparently is picking up what we're putting down. It actually might become a reality if Pasco County officials approve Point Summit's incorporated proposal to build the state's first snow park in Dade City. Yeah, Florida's climate shouldn't be too much of a problem as we descend into the grand solar minimum, he says, because the park will only open during the colder months when it's snowing in Florida. Boom! That's a smart mother. Yep. Flucker. Take a look. Let's bring it through. That's a ton of snow. Gonna take a few shovels there. You better get them before they're sold out at Walmart. Heads up! You know the shovel you buy is only gonna last for a month and a quarter till it snaps, and you gotta get a second one. It's only gonna snow one more time. But let's look at the numbers through Saturday, Sunday, through your weekend. Let's pull it through. Right there. Through Sunday, we're gonna see heavy snow accumulations throughout eastern, western Canada especially. The entire Rockies, from the northern Rockies south all the way south almost to Mexico. Not New Mexico, Mexico. Snow in Mexico November 4th would be a record in some areas. You check the map. Al said it wasn't going to happen. Unseasonal snowstorm brings traffic chaos to La France. More than 200,000 vehicles were trapped on the French road overnight, and the 195,000 homes went without the power as the snow and the ice paralyzed Central France. The snowfall was heavy in the Massif Central, the mountain, leading to 1,200 fatalities and other things. Je ne sais, je ne peux. Boom! No. Oh my God, it's white. Ow! Are you snowing? Oh, heavy early season snowfall blankets parts of Morocco as I spit on the screen. Temperatures throughout Morocco plummeted to nearly and below freezing. Well, that would have to happen if it's fucking snowing. Yes. Leading to the first snowfall of the season, more than 2 months ahead of fucking snowfall. Are we in the Matrix? Holy shit. I'm not prepared, man. I can't handle this. I can't. Okay, heavy early season snowfall blankets parts of Morocco. Temperatures in Ifrane, known as Morocco, Switzerland, dropped to -1°C on October 28th, just 3 days before All Hallows Eve, leading to significant snow accumulations reaching 30, in some places 50 centimeters. That's almost up to your belly button in a matter of a day. Well, not really. It's barely to your knees, but yeah, we're just clarifying. Did you hear about the pipelines bursting? Yeah, well, it's only the beginning. They're going to be bursting all over North America, 30 degrees and north as we head into winter. Pipelines are freezing, and the Indo-Tibetan border police in the upper Himalayas are forced to melt snow for drinking water. It's not even winter up there. Now, these personnel deployed along the China border in the Bias Valley of the Duchula Block are battling extreme cold conditions due to the grand solar minimum, as predicted. Earlier than usual snowfall, which has led to plastic water supply pipes being frozen. Why would they use plastic? Because that's disgusting. Let's look at the North American GFS model. What you're going to quickly see is here, by the first week of November, everything north of 50 is covered in snow. There's going to be heavy ice buildup in the Arctic, record Arctic ice conditions this year as we predict. And we'll bring you over to the sea ice thickness today and show you something very rare. The graph is turned almost vertical at this time of year, right in November here. It's a very rare slope in the last week, almost straight up. It's predicting it's going to be above the gray here before Christmas. We're predicting above the gray before the new year with new record ice conditions in the Arctic as the Arctic freezes thicker than it has ever done in the last 12 years as of this date. Check it out. At least 14 killed in Saudi Arabia after unusually intense storms caused major flash floods. Totally fluxed. Holy macaroni. Are there radioactive rays going through my body right now? Because I feel funny. Oh, maybe it's the root vegetables. Yeah, totally fluxed in Saudi Arabia. Heavy rainfall over Saudi Arabia over the past 2 weeks have caused widespread flash flooding. Left these 14 people dead. 300 people had to be rescued. This year has been some of the most extreme weather in decades. I rest my case. Yeah. Cosmic rays. Totally fluxed. Cosmic rays increase. Cosmic radiation penetrates through your body, through your planet, changes our DNA, heats siliceous-rich volcanoes. The muons do. They excite the siliceous-rich magma and warm it, heating those volcanoes. Those are violent, explosive volcanoes in California, Oregon, Washington. Yeah, the Cascades we're talking about. Most of Indonesia, worldwide. Let's check the seismic update. There's no quakes of note. Mid-ocean ridge is rocking. We talked about the Drake's Passage quake. We have a 5.2 aftershock and a 5.0 kicking off on the South Sandwich. A massive, disgusting frac quake 3.1 in Snyder, Texas. Heads up. Chew boys. 5.1 in Chichang, China. Sounds like you can get some change for a dollar there. Worldwide volcano news update. Sangay. Kunstwaims. You know what that means? Yeah, well, you'll never know. Volcanic ash emissions. Whatever that, you make it up. Ducono Reventador. Volcanic ash observed at Ducono. Ongoing emission at Reventador. We also have Fuego, Popo, Sangay, and others. Abico in the mix, as well as Cadavar. Oh, wow. We're not that far from the big one. We're not that far. Heads up. We're not that far. It could be this winter. We're predicting next winter to be the worst winter of your entire lives. Yeah, it's going to be the coldest, most record-breaking, the largest earthquakes, the largest volcanic eruptions ever in modern history happening next winter. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you picking up what we're putting down? Well, we're going to give you some science now. Calm down. Reconciling celestial mechanics and Velikovsky and catastrophism. This is coming out 1972 by Ralph Jurgens, hero of myself and others, hero of the channel. He was prepared. He was picking it up. If you want to know some basic history of the disinformation that you were taught in school, start here. Just a few pages, get you up to speed, coming from our friend Sasha Dobler over at Abrupt Earth Changes. Totally awesome read. I'm going to leave it for you. I just read it and I got tingles. I have the entire Velikovsky library, including collectible editions, first editions. I'm right up here, right next to me. My most important books. It's the missing history of the world. Here, I'm going to share this with you as well. This comes from Quaternary Research, Elsevier, a chronology of the Little Ice Age in the tropical Andes of Bolivia. This is what happens at the equatorial regions during global cooling periods. So, I implore you to quickly read this abstract and get yourself familiar, because many ice ages, grand solar minimums, and the end of the interstadial, and as we enter the next ice age, in my opinion, it's probably very important that you bone up on that. The most important thing you can learn is the historical information of what happened during the last two grand solar minimums back in the mini ice age, the Maunder minimum, during the Black Death, and the Dalton minimum. Come over here to Timeline Middle Ages, and early modern period. Yeah. This is from Environmental History Resources. Check out the website. And what you're going to glean, remember to hit the button up here where it says expand all. And you'll start on the timeline from 1300, the onset of the Little Ice Age, and you can read about your future. Because if you're picking up what we're putting down, you know that history repeats itself. Yes, and history is going to repeat itself again. Time immemorial, these cosmic cycles have always repeated. There is a 208-year cycle. We'll talk about it tomorrow. There's a 400-year cycle. And when they lay on top of each other like the one we're in, you get all of the effects. There's no way to predict exactly what will happen, but by reading the historical information of what happened in the past, you can not only shit your pants, but you can also prepare for the future. Because we don't want you to be scared. We want you to be prepared. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance when a major percentage of the population may perish due to unpreparedness. Are you picking it up? Because we're putting it down. 1,300 environmental upheavals linked to severe climate variability. Now, guys, we are just entering the severe climate variability. Now, what we should look for this winter, moving into the summer, is record high temperatures next summer in the deserts and in extreme places where record highs have been recorded in the past. In tomorrow night's update, I'll share you that information. Now, this winter, we should be looking for record snows, record cold temperatures, people being stuck in areas where supplies can't get to. The same thing that happened during the onset of the Little Ice Age. Environmental upheavals linked to severe climate variability characterized the period from 1300 to 1400. All tree ring series in Northern Europe show a decline in growth rates, indicating adverse climate change. Extremely cold winters, droughts, extremely hot summers. It's the transition from the medieval warm to the Little Ice Age. We just came off the modern warm, 2012, 2016, the El Nino peak, and we will drop off a cliff just like they did back in 1300. By 1347, we had the Black Death, which means by 2050, we'll have the Black Death. Germs and microbes are part of our environment. And when the climate changes, when cosmic rays infiltrate, we get these catastrophes, these yellow stripes. And we get population loss. The dramatic decline of the European population caused by the Black Death coincided with the decline in global temperatures. Do you think that's a coincidence? The dramatic decline of the European population caused by the Black Death coincided with a decline in global temperature. Coincidence? Now the climate was already getting colder like it has been for the last 3 years. And at the same time, agricultural land was declining, just like now. You can read it here. 1492, Columbus did not discover America. 1600, the Little Ice Age. Bone up! I can't read you a story. We have one other paper coming out from Sasha Dobler, but it's not loading. It's called The Black Death. We'll share it with you below. If, in fact, it does not load. But are you prepared? I bet you're not. You know what that is? Certainly not the paper that's not loading. That is the venue for LeakCon 2019. less than 20 minutes from the airport. This is the Marriott Denver Tech Center, the only place that the conference can be held at. LeadCon 2019, Denver, Colorado. There is less than 250 tickets remaining. 75 of those are VIP. This conference will sell out by the new year. It is in a cutting-edge venue where we have 2 private theaters where there'll be simultaneous talks going on, an entire exhibit hall that is made of glass where you'll be outside but inside. And we'll show you pictures of that tomorrow. The Marriott Denver Tech Center. LeadCon 2019. Don't miss out if you want to be there. I promise you, if you don't get tickets, you will be able to live stream this for $20 all weekend. We're going to get the top people in the business to be recording and filming this, dedicated to getting this information to you. So that in the comfort of your home all weekend, you'll be able to watch it live. You'll be able to replay it for 6 months before we even put it up on the internet. It'll be like you're there. And I promise I'll live stream, walk around the exhibit hall, show you everyone and everything that's going on. That is my personal promise to you. If you can't get a ticket, and you purchase the live stream, you will be there at the Marriott Denver Tech Center. Puffin' a fatty with Diamond. And that's a boom. Hope you got something out of the video. If you're questioning your laziness, it's because you're not ready. One step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. You can do it. Believe me, I did. Be safe.